Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Salam sejahtera. Saya Siti Nazrina Binti Camalxaman, Timbalan Dekan Hal Ehwal Akademik, Fakulti Sains Kesihatan, UiTM Cawangan Selangor, Kampus Puncak Alam, and today I'll be giving a brief overview regarding some academic related matters. Before I begin, I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of the faculty members to congratulate each and every one of you for being selected and for getting this far. Setinggi-tinggi tahniah diucapkan kepada semua pelajar baru dan selamat datang saya ucapkan ke Fakulti Sains Kesihatan UiTM Cawangan Selangor, Kampus Puncak Alam. My presentation today is divided into 5 main sections. Firstly, I intend to give an overview of the academic programs that we have at the Puncak Alam campus. Secondly, I will briefly describe UiTM's academic rules and regulations that all students must abide to. Thirdly, I will describe the mode of delivery of academic courses. Specifically, I will give some insights regarding ODL. Fourthly, I will give a sneak peek on what Education 5.0 at UiTM is all about, focusing specifically on student-related matters. And lastly, I will touch a little bit on academic support. Basically, I would like to introduce you all to the Hal Ehwal Academic team at FSK, who you should go to and who you should see should you have any academic administrative issues or problems along the way. So let's start with the first topic, academic programs at FSK. Currently, we have 8 degree programs at FSK Puncak Alam. HS240, Bachelor of Nursing, Sarjana Muda Kejurawatan. HS241, Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Technology, Sarjana Muda Teknologi Makmal Perubatan. HS242, Bachelor of Medical Imaging, Sarjana Muda Pengimajan Perubatan. HS243, Bachelor of Environmental Health and Safety, Sarjana Muda Kesihatan dan Keselamatan Persekitaran. HS244, Bachelor of Physiotherapy, Sarjana Muda Physiotherapy. HS245, Bachelor of Occupational Therapy, Sarjana Muda Pemulihan Cara Kerja. HS246, Bachelor of Optometry, Sarjana Muda Optometry. And HS257, Bachelor of Dietetics, Sarjana Muda Dietetik. We also have a diploma program at Puncak Alam, which is HS112, Diploma in Medical Imaging atau Diploma Pengimajan Perubatan. The rest of our diploma courses are either in Bertam, UiTM Cawangan Pulau Pinang, or in Kota Semerahan, UiTM Cawangan Sarawak. So this is the building layout at FSK Puncak Alam. We basically have 3 main buildings. The tallest building is FSK 6. This is Bangunan Akademik. If you see in a timetable the word BK, it actually stands for Bilik Kuliah. And in this building, where all Bilik Kuliahs are located. Furthermore, all your lectures offices are also in this building. In fact, all administrative offices, for example, pejabat Hal Ehwal Akademik, pejabat Hal Ehwal Pelajar, pejabat dekan, are all located in this tall building, FSK 6. Then we have FSK 15. It's actually Bangunan Makmal for programs Environmental Health and Safety, Medical Lab Technology, Dietetics, and Postgraduate Laboratories. We have FSK 234, again another Bangunan Makmal, but this is specifically for nursing, physiotherapy, medical imaging, occupational therapy, and optometry labs. Lastly, we have FSK 7, and this is where all the lecture theatres are. On your timetable, if you see the letters DK, the letters actually stand for Dewan Kuliah, and FSK 7 is where all the lecture theatres are. Here is a close-up picture of our FSK 6 building, and on my right this is the way to FSK 7, the lecture theatres, and to FSK 2, 3, 4. Here's an aerial view of our beautiful Puncak Alam campus. You can see the hostels, you can see the library, all in vicinity, and you can also see the famous Tangga Kejayaan. Let's now proceed with our second topic, UiTM Academic Rules and Regulations. Allow me to speak in Bahasa Malaysia for this section. Saya ingin memperkenalkan buku Peraturan Akademik Pindaan 2017 Bilangan 1 penerbitan Bahagian Hal Ehwal Akademik Universiti Teknologi Mara. Buku ini mempunyai maklumat lengkap tentang pemakaian peraturan akademik bagi pelajar diploma dan sarjana muda, mod sepenuh masa, separuh masa, EPJJ dan program usaha sama. Buku ini boleh didapati di laman sesawang Bahagian Hal Ehwal Akademik BHA UiTM. So you can go to the BHA website and you can download this book. Buku ini menerangkan secara terperinci tentang peraturan akademik dan prosedur-prosedur penting. Contoh, terdapat maklumat berkaitan keperluan akademik, syarat dan prosedur pemindahan kredit, maklumat tentang cuti khas, maklumat tentang pendaftaran kursus, maklumat tentang kehadiran pelajar, isu-isu berkaitan peperiksaan seperti kelayakan, tata tertib, rayuan, peperiksaan khas, peperiksaan semula, keputusan peperiksaan, kaedah pengiraan PNG dan HPNG atau GPA dan CGPA dan juga status pelajar, semua terdapat dalam buku peraturan ini. Adalah menjadi tanggungjawab pelajar untuk memahami, menghayati dan mematuhi segala peraturan yang digariskan dalam buku peraturan akademik ini. So you have to be aware, you have to understand, you have to take note, and you have to comply with all the academic procedures and regulations as stipulated in this book. Kedua, adalah menjadi tanggungjawab pelajar untuk mengambil tindakan yang sewajarnya bersesuaian dengan peraturan yang digariskan. Contoh-contoh tindakan yang perlu diambil oleh pelajar adalah seperti berikut. Pelajar perlu menyempurnakan segala keperluan akademik seperti yang termaktub dalam kurikulum. Pelajar perlu membuat pendaftaran kursus dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Pelajar perlu membuat validasi pendaftaran kursus dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Pelajar perlu membayar yuran universiti mengikut masa dan jumlah yang ditetapkan. Dan pelajar perlu menghadiri kuliah, latihan amali, latihan klinikal yang ditetapkan dalam plan pengajian kursus. Ketiga, adalah menjadi tanggungjawab pelajar untuk mengambil tindakan yang proaktif bagi mendapatkan panduan, nasihat, tunjuk ajar dari pensyarah, penasihat akademik, ketua pusat pengajian dan pengurusan fakulti sekiranya terdapat sebarang permasalahan yang timbul sepanjang pengajian. Keempat, pelajar perlu bertanggungjawab sepenuhnya terhadap sebarang kesan ketidakpatuhan terhadap peraturan dan prosedur yang digariskan dalam buku peraturan ini. Okay, we're done with the academic regulations. Let's now move on to the next topic, which is academic mode of delivery. Okay, let's now talk about ODL. ODL stands for Open Distance Learning. Sometimes people call it as online distance learning, but basically it is pembelajaran terbuka dan jarak jauh. The restriction of movement and face-to-face interactions in response to COVID-19 makes ODL necessary, relevant and justifiable. Like it or not, ODL is the new normal method of learning in the COVID-19 era. Life needs to go on, learning must go on, despite the pandemic, and we do that via ODL. But what is ODL? It is a flexible mode of education with multiple modes of delivery system. It often involves integration of technology to break barriers of education. I know you're going to ask, what does that mean? Well, to put it simplistically, ODL is an alternative form of education where learners or students are separated from instructors and they're separated from peers. We're not in the same place, but somehow learning must go on. So learners study remotely and do not have any face-to-face learning with instructors or with other students. And what type of technology are we talking about? Mainly, it is electronically supported technology. What I mean by that is the use of online, web-based, computer-based, and internet-based system to support education. You must be wondering, so what? What are the advantages of ODL? Well, there's many. Firstly, ODL allows flexibility. That's the beauty about ODL. You can study anytime, anywhere, anyhow, and anyone can do it, providing obviously if you have internet accessibility. It has no geographical boundary and hence you're not bounded by a specific location. The fact that you don't have to be physically present in a classroom, the fact that you don't have to be in a lecture theatre means that you can learn and receive instructions anywhere. You can learn in the comfort of your home, you can learn in a cafe, you can learn in a library, in a computer lab, literally anywhere, providing there is internet. You can learn on the go, you can spend less time commuting to and fro, you have more time to study and more time to focus. And some things are not even online, some things are offline. So that is the flexibility that beautifies ODL. Secondly, there's multiple modes of delivery. Students have their own pace. You can choose a rhythm that suits you. You can use a pattern that best defines you. You are now in charge of your own learning. Thirdly, there's multiple educational tools, apps, and platforms to support you. So ODL offers more than the traditional classroom experience with infinite skills. You can explore more, you can become more creative, you can become more versatile. By participating in online classes and using different online apps on a daily basis, by default, you'll become more technologically savvy. Fourthly, ODL empowers independent learning. Learning is more individual, it is more self-directed. It is flexible for each student's individual requirement and level of ability. And lastly, ODL offers diversity. You're no longer just talking about lecture notes. There's now a plethora of resources, the integration of videos, ebooks, forums, all of which can enhance the learning experience. Let's talk about the types of delivery. It can be synchronous, asynchronous, or hybrid, blending of both. So what do these terms mean? Firstly, synchronous learning is a learning process that happens in real time or in the same time. This means that you, your lecturer, your classmates are all together in a single setting. So common methods of synchronous online learning include video conferencing, teleconferencing, live chatting, and live stream lectures that must be viewed in real time. Then you have the asynchronous learning, which means learning does not happen at the same time, not real time, not together. Your lecturer may provide learning materials for reading, activities or assignments to be completed, all of which can be done at your own pace and mostly offline. So common methods of asynchronous online learning include lecture notes deposited in learning management systems or emailed to you, pre-recorded video content, and online discussions on social media platforms, and doing activities offline as well. Then you have the hybrid. Most of the time, we opt for this, where you have both learning materials, a blend of synchronous and asynchronous learning. For example, there could be an online class in the morning, followed by activities or assignments later on the week to enrich the learning experience. You may be wondering what tools and platforms for ODL delivery are available. Oh my god, there's just so many choices available. Trust me, I'm running out of space. Here I'm listing just a few common ones that were used last semester by our lecturers, but trust me, the list goes on and on. Examples include UFuture, Google Meet, Google Classroom, Cisco WebEx, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Course Networking, Moodle, Padlet, Telegram, WhatsApp, Box, Wix, Drive, Edmodo. There's many more. There are a number of tools and apps that will come in handy for specific functions that you can always explore if you have not done so already. For example, sharing and storing files with your friends and lecturers for an assignment can be done easily using Google Drive, Box, Dropbox, iCloud. For online assessments, UFuture is pretty common, but lecturers may also conduct quizzes using gamification tools such as Kahoot and Quizzes. For plagiarism service or language checker, you can always use Grammarly, Turnitin or Erkin. There's so many tools, banyak kan? But don't panic and don't worry anak-anak, you don't have to know all. Your lecturer will decide which platform to use and he or she will guide you how to use it during the first week of lecture. So now let's talk about UFuture, since I've mentioned it several times in my previous slides. UFuture is UITM's official LMS. LMS stands for Learning Management System, and as the name suggests, it is a system. It is a web-based application or a web-based system that we can use to manage, to document, to deposit, to track, to report, and to deliver our academic courses. It's absolutely fantastic. The features are very pretty and the features are very user-friendly. It's very easy to navigate. I love it to bits. So what can you as a student do with UFuture? Well, you as a student can access the course summary of your code. You can find your course learning objectives or your CLOs. You can find your learning materials if your lecturers deposit them there. You can do your assignments, you can do your online tests, you can participate in forums, you can do EES. EES is entrance and exit surveys, and you can do SUFOs as well, all in a single platform. Tak ada banyak-banyak platform, ada satu je, but it has absolutely all these features integrated in one. That's why I say it's fantastic. So later on today, there's going to be a session with your senior on how to navigate and how to use UFuture. Please pay attention to it because a lot of lecturers are using it, so it will definitely benefit you later on in your studies. You may be wondering, how do you become a good ODL learner? For me, the online platform or online tool that is used for learning can be absolutely amazing, but at the end of the day, the most important success determinant is not the technology itself, but it's actually you. Because tools, platforms, apps, they're all just enablers, but what you do with them is more important, is more meaningful, is more impactful. So here's some advice. You got to stay connected, you got to be actively engaged, be mindful, be responsive, be proactive, communicate, participate. If you have issues, reach out. Have a focused study plan, be diligent, work hard, work smart, be disciplined, commit to your study, be tenacious, do not procrastinate. Number 3, be flexible and be resourceful. Explore new things, attain new skills. Don't be afraid about doing new stuff. Challenge yourself. Utilize resources. Be versatile. Be creative. And don't forget to have fun in the process as well. You need to be working well both independently and as a part of a team. In teamwork, you must have high tolerance. You must respect your peers. You must cooperate. You must collaborate. And lastly, you must have the right attitude from day one. You've got to be positive. You've got to be focused. You got to have some passion in learning. You have to manage your emotions well. Pelihara adab, jaga amanah, iman tu sentiasa kena intact. And if you have all this, you are just one step closer to become a progressive thinker, and you will inshallah have a meaningful learning experience. I'll talk about this in my next few slides. So now we got that sorted, let's move towards the bigger picture and the bigger goal, which is Education 5.0 at UiTM. Okay, let's start by defining the term Education 5.0. What is it? Basically, it is a learning-centric ecosystem that is sustainable, balanced, and principled, driven by values, powered by intellect, and afforded by new, ubiquitous technologies. So basically, EDU 5.0 is all about learning. And when we say learning, it is not just the students, it's all parties involved. Students, educators, administrators, faculty members, each and every one of us have important roles in education and in life in general, basically. But for this particular presentation, I'll be focusing more on the roles of students. And what do you mean by ecosystem? Ecosystem encompasses not just academic programs, but it also involves student activities, research activities, industry, community. And as mentioned previously, technology is only an enabler, but what is more important is a human-driven approach that is more empirical. Essentials or the gist of EDU 5.0 is that learning by all parties is necessary to nurture progressive thinkers. And who is a progressive thinker? Well, a progressive thinker is a person who loves learning, who keeps learning, who thinks outside the box, who sees the larger picture in life, and who have solid visions of what they want to achieve in life. So how do you become a progressive thinker? Progressive thinkers have the following attributes. You must love learning with a constant desire and passion to acquire new knowledge and skills. You must be responsive. You must have analytical balance. You must see outside the box. You must take action and responsibility. You must be mindful of the future with self-directed actions, aim at personal growth and aim at personal development. In a nutshell, progressive thinkers are agile, they have strong principles in life, they possess a creative, adaptive, versatile and global mindset. That's our target. At the end of the day, we want each and every one of you to have a meaningful learning experience at the Faculty of Health Sciences, and this can be achieved over the years by number 1, learning online, number 2, learning from experts from industries, from other universities, from other organizations, from your own profession, learning with and from peers through collaborative group work, learning at the workplace, during practicum, during clinical attachment, during work-based learning, learning in the community or community-based learning or service learning, experiential learning, and lastly, learning at a global platform through mobility and exchange programs, webinars, and global learning classrooms. The last topic is academic support. So other than your lecturers and KPPs, I would like to introduce you to 2 personnel who are very, very important yang saya sayang sangat-sangat, my top colleagues at Pejabat HEA. So they're very, very patient, they're very, very kind, they're very knowledgeable, and they're very professional in what they do. So if you have any academic issues or administrative problems, please go find Puan Nurzaiti Muhammad Basar, our Senior Assistant Academic Registrar, or Encik Ahmad Kamal Madaris, our Senior Executive Academic Officer, for any assistances regarding academic related matters. And please do visit this website because it's very useful and it contains a lot of up-to-date information, including how to become a successful ODL learner. I highly recommend this website. I've now come to the end of my slides. Akhir kata, COVID or not COVID, please believe that you are exactly where Allah wants you to be right now. Every experience is a part of Allah's divine plan. Ni you kena percaya, ni you kena pegang wholeheartedly, ketat-ketat. Be focused, be positive, be determined. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So be happy with what you have while working for what you want. Always at the back of your mind, remind yourself of your target, remind yourself of your goal. Number 1, to have a meaningful learning experience. Number 2, to be awarded with a degree after the completion of all academic and clinical requirements. And thirdly, last but not least, to be a progressive thinker and to transform yourself from a learner to a Khalifah or to a leader. Remember, knowledge is not what is memorized, but knowledge is what benefits. So with that, on behalf of Professor Dr. Zuhairi Haji Amum, the Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, and all members of the faculty, I would like to wish you all good luck and all the very best. Enjoy your time at FSK. We're happy to have you with us. So thank you very much everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.